Meet Clive Richard Peggio. Clive has been a professional musician and concert pianist for over 30 years. But Clive's career has been marred by a condition which he believes requires greater public attention.
I think I must have been conscious of the issue from a very early age. But I first really became aware of it as a problem when I was rehearsing for a performance of Beethoven's Pathetique Sonata.
Clive suffers from a condition which he calls floating hand syndrome.
Well, while I was learning and rehearsing the opening movement to the Pathetique Sonata, I reached a section which has a long chromatic run in the right hand. And I realized that my left hand was floating above the keyboard in, well, a dramatic gesture, and that I had no conscious control over it. And you see now my left hand is raised in this dramatic gesture and will only move relative to what I'm playing in the right hand. I have no conscious control over it. It can strike during any piece of music, really, but I've noticed that it's most likely to occur if the piece is particularly dramatic or if I'm feeling particularly pretentious.
Clive believes that this condition affects more pianists than is widely known.
I think I can trace the issue back to a very young age. At the age of 8, I was taken along to a concert by the world-famous pianist Vladimir Horowitz. And I can remember very clearly being struck by his hand movements while he was playing. And now, if I watch old recordings of him, I can very clearly see that he's struggling with the same floating hands. But it's certainly not restricted to Horowitz, you know. You can see very similar issues with a host of pianists.
Clive was once a highly sought-after concert pianist in the Bedfordshire area, but believes that this condition has had a profound effect on his career.
Well, a lot of the time I was able to cover for the fact that, my hands were floating outside of my conscious control by pulling pretentious faces or pretending I was rarely feeling the music in the moment. And audiences really seem not to mind. In fact, some seem to actively prefer it. But there were occasions when it became a real problem. There was one particular recital where I was performing for Elise, and my left hand got stuck in the air while I was playing the la-da-da-da-da phrase for nearly 7 minutes. And really, there are only so many pretentious faces you can pull in that time. And really, to this day, well, that particular piece remains a considerable challenge for me to play.
As there is little recognition for this condition, Clive has also found that there are few treatment options available.
Well, I've tried counseling and little hypnotherapy to try and, not be so up myself. All paid out of my own pocket, of course. None of this is available on the NHS. But the essential problem is that being pretentious is part of being a classical musician. And while it can go too far, you can't get rid of it completely.
Clive hopes that by raising awareness of this issue, he may help other pianists in the same situation.
I think I just want pianists, young pianists particularly, to be aware of the danger, and for other pianists to speak out about it. Because I'm sure that there are many others out there like me who suffer with this particular problem.